Welcome to Offgrid Victory. So today I wanted to show you this sliding door that was installed in the container. The container is a 40-foot container. It's the high ceiling version. So we have 9.5 feet here. And this is the standard 6-foot sliding door, the cheapo kind, that's PVC. So this kind of a sliding door is not very rigid at all, so it needs a lot of support on either side. Now, under typical construction, obviously you would use a larger header here, as you can see, but this is only using a 2x4. And of course you'd use multiple 2x4s for the side walls, but in this case there is only one on each side. And that's actually why it's supported with these 2x4s in the middle. And so let's go through that. So the base running along here is pressure treated plywood that's been cut. More framing videos will come, and so I'll show you how I'm actually framing this whole structure. But as you can see, we only have one 2x4 going that's holding the sliding door in place. And then another piece of straight 2x4 lumber all the way going up to the ceiling of the container. And it's been glued in place. And so, you know, the difficulties of doing a container obviously is this right here, the corrugated material. And so you're not going to be able to fit a 2x4 precisely in it. In this particular case, it was really cut to the dimensions of the corrugation in order for me to go ahead and put drywall against this. And like I said, it was reinforced here on the side, effectively creating a double stud to reinforce the sliding door. So as you can see, it's done also on this side. Let's see if we can get the contrast a little better. And so yes, that's the sliding door. And show you that up here, the way that's made it. Now this, in terms of the spacing of the 2x4s, they're roughly 21.5 inches. That's the distance from crest to crest on this corrugated material on the container. So let's take you outside and show you that. So this is the material that was cut, the doorway. So what I did was I cut holes or drilled holes in as placements, and then of course drew the lines. This was all cut using a metal grinder. And the thing about this particular doorway that was cut, it was very heavy. I probably guesstimate that it's about 50 pounds, but the additional precaution when cutting this material is that it is under pressure. So the corrugation, this is not one solid piece, as you can see right here. Let's see here, right here, you can see that it was seamed together, welded together, and so it's under a lot of stress to go one way or another. And so you got to be very careful cutting this material so that if the material pops out to you or away from you, that it won't bind your blade. So just a precautionary thing there in terms of cutting. So go slowly, have some relief holes with the drill bit cut into the side of the container, and then go ahead and cut that with your metal grinder. And so this is the way the door looks. You know what, let me go on this side to get a better angle. Sorry for the camera work here. So yeah, so that is what it looks like. Now, once again, this is a standard type of 6-foot sliding door. It came with a PVC lip that usually goes against the frame and drilled in to hold the door in place while you put an exterior wall to it and such. What I had to do in order to go into the corrugated material on the top, cut that flat off, as well as the bottom flat off in order to get it in. And then just for cosmetics, I cut most of the material down right here on the edges, and left about a 1/2 inch on either side, just to hold it against the corrugated material, as well as a place where I can caulk it. So I'll show you that up front. So here you can see there's a seam here, and that's been caulked. And right here, in between here and here, all of this material was cut off from the top and the bottom. And this is why you also go slow on your grinder, because it can skip, like I said, because it's under pressure, and it might force you to take your blade off the container as you're cutting. So watch out for that. But yeah, that's the start for the container door, and then the framing will continue, and I'll show you the details of how that's going to be framed, and as well as the windows. So keep watching. All right, thank you.